Hey, what's up, Grainger? James with Rowe-Thrush. Here we are in the NSI Industries booth at the 2026 Grainger Show, booth 459 with Jason Hicks. How are you doing, Jason?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Good.
So we've gotten through the first couple of hours at the show. How's it been so far for you?
Really good traffic, a lot of interest in all of our brands. Love the excitement from the Grainger sellers coming by. Some of them are going, we don't know what you do, but maybe you could help us out, and we have found some solutions that can help them with their customers. So far it's been really, really good.
That's excellent to hear. I love it. So tell us who NSI Industries is. What do you guys do?
Yeah, so NSI Industries is a electrical components supplier. We've been around since 1974. Some of our brands like Bridgeprt and Tork have been around for over 100 years. So we've got brands within NSI that have a long legacy. They're all brands that if you mention to your customers, we've got Bridgeprt, we've got Polaris, we've got Tork. You don't have to know exactly what they are and what they do, but the contractors will know exactly what those products are and the brands. They need to know that they can now get those brands at Grainger. And that's kind of how we're trying to build that awareness, so they know that all those different products that they might have bought from somewhere else can now be purchased through Grainger.
That's a great point, and we're growing pretty nicely with Grainger as well. Very pleased with that. So why don't we get into Bridgeprt and talk a little bit about what types of products they make, and maybe talk about one or two popular items.
Bridgeprt is manufactured in Stratford, Connecticut, so it is a made in USA product. So in a nutshell, they are cable and conduit fittings. So if you have a panel and you have a wire and you have conduit, the solution is bringing all those together with Bridgeprt that connects the conduit into the panel. And there's multiple ways to do that. There's standard ways where you connect it with a lock nut. There's compression fittings, and then we also have a way to do it the easiest way, which is relatively new, is a snap-in fitting. So it snaps into your MC cable, and then it snaps directly into the electrical box.
So how long would it normally take an electrician to do what you just did there in 15 seconds?
It would take them probably at least 5 minutes, maybe, because you got to take this off, the lock nut off.
Take the lock nut off.
Right. Right, you got to put it in the panel, and then you got to lock it down. But then you got to get your tool, and you got to get your wrench in there and turn it until it's tight. So I mean, it could be a few minutes, it could be even longer than that. So
and you saw just then it took him like literally 15 seconds to do that.
Right.
Maybe less.
And there is times where they forget the lock nut. So this is a split bushing. So what they do, instead of having to pull all your wires out and undo all your connections.
Disconnect everything.
Yep. So you put this around there and you lock it on, and then with your grounding lug, you can move this wherever you want and screw it down. So if it's more convenient to have it this way, or you can move it to a different screw. This is completely innovative from Bridgeprt. Nobody else offers this solution. That's one that we've been talking about a lot for time-saving solutions.
Yeah, major time savings, cost savings, all of that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep, exactly.
All right, we have some other products over here that we want to cover too.
Some news about the Remke brand. Remke has just transitioned into Bridgeprt. So Bridgeprt is such a well-known, well-respected, popular name that we thought, well, these do similar things. They're cord grips and they're strain relief. So Bridgeprt is when the conduit connects to the panel. This is when the wire itself connects to the panel. The strain relief keeps that from being pulled out of any of the connections that are made within the panel. These are a lot of non-corrosive properties with zinc, with stainless steel. The mesh, like if you have an electrical outlet that's hanging from the ceiling, that's not a problem, because the mesh will keep that supported. So all those products are made from Remke, but now being transitioned into Bridgeprt.
Another brand here, Polaris. Now this is not your snowmobile manufacturer, as some of you may know I like to say. Not snowmobiles, because we do get those requests, or snowmobile parts, but these are multi-tap insulated connectors.
Right, for splicing and tapping wires. A normal way that that's done is through a split bolt where you have to tape it and you have to insulate it. It becomes a big ball of tape to keep that insulated. So these are pre-insulated, so that is not necessary. So you strip your wire, you loosen the hex nut, you put your wire in, and you torque it down, and you're done. So again, it's a 5-minute job.
Very quick.
Lots of time savings versus doing that big ball. Now the other benefit is when you have to do maintenance or you have to take that apart, you're peeling, you're cutting that, you're peeling back the onion of all that insulation. Lots of time spent. So again, you just
And then retaping it too
and then
once you're done.
retaping it afterwards. So you just loosen this, pull the wire out, you do the maintenance, put it back in, tighten it down, and you're done. So we have the original black, we have clear that some people may not know. It's nice so the contractor and the inspector know that the wire is being fully seated and connected to the connector. Some new products that we've added are different types of connectors, different types of mechanical lugs, compression connectors. These are all used every day in the electrical industry. And so these are now new based on the last Grainger show we attended. They came up, they said, we want more Polaris, we want more from NSI. So these are the products that we've added since then.
Awesome, that's great to hear that we got some new products from Polaris into Grainger.
Yep.
Last but not least, we have Tork. Now, I also always like to say, this is not your paper towel dispenser. This is electromechanical time switches. Tell us a little bit about Tork.
So Tork was a brand that first introduced NSI to Grainger. Tom Steffen made a call to one of our leadership at the time. He said, hey, we're looking for a new time switch supplier for Grainger. We said, sign us up, we're on board. So, but back then you had mainly the good old trustworthy mechanical time clock. Now the new mechanical time clock is the only one available that's multi-volt for a mechanical time clock. So you can do 120 volts through 277. In the past, there was always multiple voltages, multiple models. So it's the only one that'll do multi-volt for mechanical. We've got digital as well. And then the evolution is now Wi-Fi. So a 40 amp Wi-Fi time clock that's multi-volt. You can control it with your phone, with your tablet. You can control it anywhere in the world. These old trustworthy products are great, but we got to stay up with the time. So now we've got a Wi-Fi 40 amp time clock.
Well, and there's demand for it. Some people will prefer that new age, new technology, but you're going to have some people that are going to want that old school device, that mechanical, where they turn the dial and they set it how they want it. So
we still sell a ton of these. There's still,
I'm sure,
you know, the contractors that have been installing it forever, and they know it works forever, and they know how to program it and how to install it. As the contractors age out and the new ones come in, the younger electricians are going to want the digital. They're going to want Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know, so we've got to make sure that we've got products for both demographics.
That covers it all.
Yep. Yeah. Other products from Tork are dust to dawn sensors. These are new. These can handle all LED lighting. They've got 10-year warranties. They've got the best surge protection, the highest ratings in the industry. So these are the best dust to dawn sensors in the market. And then we've got your simple in-wall timers for different lighting and motor loads, digital and mechanical. I appreciate everybody. Come by the booth, 459, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, thank you. There you have it, Grainger. Thank you, Jason.
All right, thank you.